Hey guys, this is Anthony from the Movie Blog, here to have just a quick discussion about The Great Wall, starring Matt Damon, Pedro Pascal, Willem Dafoe, Jian Tian, Andy Lau, Luhan, and a ton more. So I caught The Great Wall a couple weeks ago. Apologize for the late review. Again, this is one I'm just experimenting with video reviews. Not really working from a script. Just kind of want to clear up my backlog and also introduce myself to you guys, the YouTube audience. Um, so, The Great Wall, starring Matt Damon, is somewhat of a period piece. It's a story about, well, one of many stories about the reasons that the Great Wall of China exists, and one of the uses for it was to protect the citizens of China from extraterrestrial forces. No, seriously, that's what it was for. Is to protect like feudal China from extraterrestrial forces. Now, you might be thinking this is like cowboys and aliens or something, and that's mishmash of genres, and that's exactly what this is. This is a mishmash of genres. There's a lot of like I don't know quintessential martial arts themes to this film. There's a lot of uh, this film reminds me a lot about Marco Polo. If you ever see the Netflix series Marco Polo, this white guy comes into Asia and they just marvel at how awesome he is. And, all of a sudden he's like, an advisor to the general and his armies. And that's exactly what this is. That's exactly what happens in this film. As a result of that, I'm like, really? Um, for the most part, the film is somewhat well acted. I think Matt Damon, I always give an extra pressure to anybody who's an Academy Award nominee, winner, anything like that. So if you're, of that caliber, if you have the potential to do, you know, a caliber performance that's recognized across your peers, across the industry, and you do something where it almost seems like you phoned it in, you probably did. So with this kind of film, I think he wasn't really giving his best performance. I think a lot of other people did. I think Pedro Pascal kind of phoned it in, but gave a little bit more effort. And Willem Dafoe's just, he's just going to go all in no matter what. They didn't give him a lot to work with, but you know what? This guy, somehow you give him potatoes, he makes steak. He's just that good. Um, I thought a lot of the plot was just so nonsensical that it made it was just a silly film. Not even like silly in a good way. It was because this film was really trying to take itself seriously. I thought the story itself was just really, it just kept creating moments that were so opportune for the protagonist of the film. You know, I, I hate to give like anything that's spoilerish, but there's this one thing where this guy has had this problem for years, years. I mean, like for years, and then all of a sudden Matt Damon walks in, and now that problem that's been hounding him for years went away. Not that they found a way to solve the problem. It's just no longer a problem. It's just a heck of a lot easier to overcome now that Matt Damon is around. And that kind of storytelling is like, it's cool when you do it in like a Lord of the Rings way, like, oh, Aragorn, we need him. He's the savior of us, but he's still getting his ass kicked. It's like he might be the savior, but it's not gonna be on some like he's gonna dominate. And all right, I'm rambling, but my point being is that's the kind of storytelling they have here. It goes on. I don't like it. Um, I did think that a lot of the special effects were cool. I did think a lot of the wardrobe were cool. I did think a lot of the aesthetics were cool. There are a lot of great things visually about this film. Not Matt Damon's extensions; those weren't looking good visually, but a lot of other things look great. Um, the movie was a little on the long side. It kind of stretched out longer than it needed to. it just it's just like a lot of those moments where it's just like, man, that you didn't need to do that, or it didn't need unrequired moments. Like it's just ill-conceived, unrequired moments in the film that were just there that didn't add anything. They put them in there because they didn't know what else to do. Overall, I think The Great Wall was a watchable movie. I wouldn't even say it's something that you should seek out. You know, it's like one of those movies that you see like big stars do. That's sci-fi fantasy, and it looks like it probably should have went straight to DVD. And this is that kind of movie. I hate to say it, but The Great Wall. I don't expect to see sequels. But that's it for a score. If I was to give The Great Wall a score, it would definitely be like no. I'm going to give it a score 5.5 out of 10. Um, that's it, guys. Thanks for listening and joining and watching us. If you like this video, please make sure that you hit a like in the corner. And if you're new to the movie blog, please make sure that you subscribe. And yeah, thanks, guys, for watching this. I'll check you guys next time.